Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my very open sexuality with Joseph Cassidy. Channel where we talk about sex like something so normal that anyone can join this conversation. That being said, if you are younger than 18, please get the up here or don't. It's not like I can control you. There's no way that I can stop you from watching this if you want. But if you do, just don't tell your parents. So lately shit have been crazy around here. Like the past 2 weeks have been so many collabs with so many different guys, 2 new scenes for Rod's Room with this part of like Next Door Studios. Like Next Door Studios have like a lot of different stuff inside of it, and Rod's Room is like I think one of them. The point is like it have been a crazy amount of work coming from everywhere. What is the difference between doing studio versus having your own site per se, Onlyfans, just for fans or for my fans? You know, there's a lot of different sites out there. So I thought, let's make a video for, let's say, the new user, the guy looking to maybe open his own OnlyFans or maybe pursuing a career in porn and maybe signing with a studio. So I'm going to break it down to like 4 different points in order to difference having your own site from recording with a studio. Okay, so here we go. First point that we're going to talk about is effort. So let's just say that studio takes away the promotional part of this business, but at the same time it increments the amount of time and like effort that you're going to put in the actual moment versus doing your own studio thing, like versus shooting your own stuff. Like when you're doing your own stuff, you're going to take most likely from like 30 minutes to an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours if you're like being very optimistic and you think you're going to make a huge video. But at the same time, you will have to edit all that stuff, you'll have to promote it, you'll have to like do a lot of stuff in order to be able to make money out of those videos. It's not just like let's make a video, let's post it and let's make money out of it. So studio takes all that away. Studio, you are just going to like have to put like an enormous amount of effort in the actual moment. Like every studio day of recording is like about 5, 6, 7, 8 hours depending on the studio, depending on the type of scene that you're shooting. But you are not going to have to promote it, you're not going to have to edit it. It's like just do your stuff whenever you need to and go away, get your money, goodbye. Money! What will be all this topic without talking about how much money you can make? So with having your own site, you don't really know how much money you're going to be able to make. It depends on how much you market yourself, how much you advertise yourself, the video that you're making, the type of content that you're making. Like if you don't advertise yourself, people are not going to be able to find you. If people don't find you, they're not going to know you exist. So therefore, nobody subscribes to you. At the same time, maybe you are a mind-blowing genius when it comes to like advertising yourself and you look amazing. And maybe you start your first month and you make incredibly crazy amount of money since your first month. But that's not like the case for everybody. So I'm not going to tell you like, yeah, definitely do it and you're going to make a lot of money in your first day. You're going to be able to quit your job. Like that's not necessarily how it works, you know? So the way it works with studio, they are going to pay you an amount of money per scene. And they're going to give you like 2, 3, 4 scenes, I don't know, depending on how much they like you, or how much they think you can perform or how good you are. So I would put it like OnlyFans or all these other platforms. You potentially are starting your own business and you might not know how much money you are going to be able to make. It might be little, it might be a lot. Versus studio, you always gonna know like how much you're going to make in the end. So let's talk about stability. So the way it works with this type of like platforms that you start by yourself, in the first 3 to 6 months, you have like, I will say an idea of how much money you're making, how much money you are going up or going down, or maybe you are like steady and you're trying to break through that steadiness. I don't know, but that's like something for you to figure out. That's very like business one-on-one. Same way it goes with like studio. The only difference is that you know how much money you're making per scene and how many scenes they are giving you. Privacy. This is like a very interesting topic to talk about, I mean, when you are talking about this kind of material, but I thought it would be a great idea to like talk about it because why not? So with the studio porn, you are pretty much not the owner of whatever they shoot with you. That's right, you're actually giving it away. You're just doing your job, making your money. What I like about having your own sites is that you pretty much decide what you post, what you want to delete, but I'm not gonna say like it's like 100% against like you know, like anyone can take a screenshot or like video record someone's laptop or like phone and your stuff can get out there still. I definitely like the idea of having more control over it. That's what I like about having your own sites versus doing studio shoots. But you can just get used to the idea that your stuff is out there. Like once you start doing it, your stuff is always gonna be out there somehow, one way or another. So always take that in consideration. Like just choose or just think what you'd rather have. You'd rather be the owner of the material you're doing, or you'd rather just be an actor, a model, and get paid by the day or by whatever work you're doing per scene, per hour, I don't know. So in order to wrap this up a little bit, if you're thinking about having your own platform, don't overthink it too much. Go ahead, do it, make money out of it. Like, why not? Everybody's doing it. And if you are thinking on becoming a star for like a studio, like if you have had studios reach out to you or you're thinking about reaching out to them, just think about how much do you think you're worth. And just to give you an advice, taking into consideration that you're going to pretty much put your body out there for like everybody to see it, and that most likely won't leave the internet for like forever, I wouldn't take less than $1,000 for your first scene. And that's like saying like a very standard minimum. Like I wouldn't go down of that. But at the same time, that's up to you, depending on the situation you're in. You know, you got to figure it out. Okay everyone, I hope you find this video useful. I hope if you were thinking about doing any of this type of activity, that clear your mind a little bit so you can take a little bit more informed decision about it. So if you want to ask me anything about this type of stuff or any other stuff, go ahead, leave it in the comments. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, because there's a lot of more interesting stuff coming every week. And catch up with me next week. I'm gonna be here and I hope you're gonna be there too. And like, yes, let's keep coming, because I'm going to keep showing up. And like, that's it. I don't know what to say anymore. Let's just wrap this up.